Good evening. I am your host, Stuart Blanchet, and this is yet another episode of Giles Tenderworth's Monsters in the Dark. Episode 10, Bloody Mary. Those who are impatient to meet their future are doomed to meet it poorly. Scrying one's future, truth-seeing, divination, these arts are more ancient than modern practices would suggest. Each method of pursuing this ambition holds its own risks and accuracy. The witch's tongue, time travelers, the tarot. Each of these has varying degrees of success. However, there is another method, but we cannot, in good conscience, recommend it. The summoning of Bloody Mary is a simple affair. A candle in the dark and a mirror by which to see. Repeating her name as many times as is required will eventually bring about some effect. Pray you that she sends one of her previous victims to answer the call, for any result at all is better than a visit from the Lady of Mirrors herself. Should she apparate or arrive to your summons, she is most likely to remove any beauteous mark from you in a very violent and bloody fashion. Bloody Mary is a moniker owned by many a person in history. However, this particular Fae has never been human. It is said that in ancient times she was the outcast of every Fae court, ridiculed and diminutionized by her stature, which was too large for the pixies and too small for the greater Fae. One day she vanished. The Fae would claim that she was forgotten, that her power dwindled from her until she was nothing but a blade of grass to be cut down at will. But other theories continue to emerge. The most reasonable theory is that she fell into a mirror and became lost in the spaces between the worlds. How she came to find herself, no one knows, for to be lost in the infinity is to be lost forever. Neither her departure nor her return are well documented, but her rise to power in the spaces between is unquestionable. Our recommendation is to let maddened creatures lie and not draw her attention. While we cannot stop you from taking any path you choose, we can perhaps arm you. A hairpin or brooch made of cold iron, that is, iron that was forged and cooled in a babbling brook, should be enough to at least help you defend yourself. This piece cannot have any jewels. It must be otherwise unadorned, for if it catches her attention, she may choose to risk it, just to enact her revenge and keep the trinket for herself. Better, but rarer still, is sky iron, meteoric metal from Tibet. This should shield you from her wrath, regardless of how she reacts. And should you meet Bloody Mary unprepared, then I have nothing more to say to you. Curiosity has led you to this point, and while we would normally indulge your curiosity, this is an instance where it is best to let the questions lie. Fare thee well into the dark. Stick to known paths. Avoid the ways between, and arm yourself and your children with knowledge and a good hairpin. This has been another episode of Giles Tenderworth's Monsters in the Dark. Please take the time to like and subscribe to our channel. And if you have a moment to spare, please do check out our Kickstarter. Until next time, I am Stuart Blanchet. Good night.